I wanted to do a quick video about my writing process, a little bit about my art of writing and a little bit about my science of writing. So I spent the past year working on this little beast, Captivate, and I developed all kinds of rituals and processes. So if you are a writer, I thought this might be helpful to think about how you can captivate your readers with the best kind of writing process. So the first thing that I do is I realize that I had different rhythms, and everyone has these rhythms. So there is a time of day where you might write best. Maybe that's right when you wake up, or maybe your brain's too sleepy for that. Maybe it's right or it's late at night because everyone else is asleep and the emails are quiet. Maybe it's right before you eat or right after you eat. The very first thing you should do if you want to write a big project or you want to write the best possible things for your blog or for your school paper is to think about your writing rhythms. And I want you to try out every different combination. Empty stomach, full stomach. Coffee, no coffee. Morning, not morning. I figured out that I did the very best writing after I had a little bit of a warm-up routine, and then I wrote best from about 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and then my productivity went down. So figure out your writing rhythms. The second thing is don't start writing cold. So one thing I try to do at the very beginning of writing the book is I would open up my computer first thing in the morning and just stare at the blank page for about an hour. What I realized is that I couldn't switch my brain from not writing into writing mode. So I developed a couple of warm-up routines. One of my favorite things to do is reading other people's nonfiction. So I found that if I could get myself into my own voice, I could do that best by reading all of my favorite authors. So every morning I would do about 20 to 30 minutes of rereading some of my favorite nonfiction books, because mine is a nonfiction book as well, and that kind of warmed up my brain to finding my own voice. The third thing, and this has to do with inspiration, is I write with a pile of inspirational books right by my side. So as I did my warm-up, I would pull a book out from the pile, open it up to a random chapter, and start reading. A couple of those books that I wanted to show you that are my absolute favorite is a classic, so Blink by Malcolm Gladwell. Amazing national bestseller, and it was one of my favorite books to warm up to. Love his writing style. Another one that I love is Think by Lisa Bloom. It's one of my favorite books written by a woman. I think she has an amazing female voice, so you should check that one out. And then I love this one as well, The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. It's power-packed, small, and a very fast read. So if I only had 10 or 12 minutes to warm up, this is the one that I would read. Fourth tip for you is to think of non-word music. So I found that the kind of music even affected how my writing went. So I became a real aficionado of classical and jazz music because I found that if there were words, the words actually worked their way into my manuscript. Fifth, this is my secret tip for all you writers who have writer's block. Never finish on the last word of a sentence. What I mean by that is we love to finish up a chapter and put a period at the end of our sentence and close up the document for the day. Problem is the next morning you get up and you're like, where do I even start on chapter 4? Or how do I even start on this new section? It's much easier if you have to finish a little bit of what you started the night before. So what I would always do is at the very end of my writing session is I would end mid-sentence. That way, when I started the next day, I already knew what I wanted to say at that last sentence, and it got the ball rolling much faster. So never finish on a section, always finish on midway through a point, because it makes it much easier to pick it up the next day. I hope that helps. I know that you probably have a book in you. I read somewhere, some crazy study, that 82% of people have a book in them. So I would love to hear what book is in you, what you've always wanted to write, and I would love for you to share your favorite writing hacks, tips, and tricks in the comments below. Thanks. Did you like this video? Please give us a little like or subscribe to our channel. We are so grateful because we put out new videos every week. Thank you.